Today we are going to hear from Otter. Here's our little otter, all about being playful, exuberant, and wonderment. So I'm going to post this really amazing set that I'm grooving to today. It's a beautiful way to start our Sunday. I guess some of us have been up for a while. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I am coming in hot. But today we are hearing from the last of 54 animals. I kind of started this about a year ago, and many of you have been with me on the whole journey. But we've heard from 54 animals as of today and one virus, and they are all gathered in an oracle deck. So this is kind of an end and a beginning. I'm not sure where we're going to go with this, but I'm having the last official Sunday sermon today. So I think it's really a perfect medicine. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Absolutely perfect medicine. For me, once I read it this morning and kind of considered the playfulness, the fluidity of their physical movements as you watch them, I put on a set, I started moving, I felt like the stiffness leave my body, and I realized once again how important movement is. So we'll listen to the message and then talk a little bit about that and the time we're in. So we have pleasure, exuberance, and wonderment. When we behold the spirit of the agile, playful otter in our lives, our heart sings. This song escapes our body as laughter, and our mood instantly becomes lighter. She is here to remind us life is a gift. Our environments are our adventure parks, and the people in our lives are our playmates. Otter movements are fanciful and amusing as he runs and scampers on land. His long body is limber and flexible. When she enters the aquatic domain, we are inspired by her fluid dance. This creature maneuvers like no other, seemingly devoid of bones, moving in spirals, loops, corkscrews, or zigzags towards whatever she is curious about at the moment. Like a magical shooting star, Otter trails bubbles in his wake, mesmerizing us with delight. Otter lighting up our day is a clear sign to have some fun. We are often caught up in the mundane, worrisome, serious aspects of our lives, and Otter is a nudge in a more exuberant direction. Otter makes everything a pleasurable game. If you don't remember getting to work, grocery shopping, or any of the transitions of your day, it's an indicator to take your otter medicine. So much of life is the space between the tasks, meetings, meals, events, and the maintenance of life. If we are mindless in these numerous moments, we are wasting precious time. Otter will help you find ways to add flavor, learning, and creativity to all your obligations. Schedule entertaining calls with loved ones, listen to provocative podcasts as you commute, be fascinated with the ingredients as you create dinner, and have gratifying conversations while you do dishes. Adding enthusiasm and reward to things makes them memorable and valuable. Life is about living, and we are here to live in joy. Feel the fog and drudgery lift with Otter spirit in your awake time. Become curious of all the middle and forgotten parts of your day and infuse them with wonder. View the maintenance aspects of life as platforms for learning or curiosity. Evoke Otter's essence as you drift into dream time. The graceful, playful, and flexible creature will make your transition an amusing one. As you review with delight all the ways you won the day, a smile will grace your face, and your heart and systems will sink and rest. In this oneness, your body and mind can relax for deep restoration and the chemicals of joy and safety. With Otter, you will spin in the amniotic fluid of the cosmic mother. I love that visual. Otter play. I am a playful, creative creature. When I feel a dullness or anxiety creep into my body, I become curious and refocus my attention on the delight and opportunity all around me. Hopefully we're still together here. It says my internet was restored. I make time for fun, activity, games, and dance. I utilize all my transitions for thoughtful, joyful learning. I exist in a magical playground with amazing playmates surrounding me. That is really what I needed to wake up to today. I've definitely been going through, as we all are, some trying times, and I feel like when I listen to it, the message, what I wanted to do mentally, kind of gain that fluidity and playfulness, I first needed to do physically. So when I put on music this morning, once again, like just behaving like the playful otter, moving like they do, I felt sort of a rigor mortis moving out, and I realized, even though I like to shake things up, and even, you know, with all the variety that I try to infuse into my day, so I don't kind of get into sort of a calcification, right? I think coming out of winter, and also hopefully coming out of this COVID experience, I've noticed that I need to shake off that rigidity. And in some of my methods and some of the ways I have to handle the day and get everything done, despite the other efforts, I realize by having that physical movement kind of helps me shake off, because, and the otter is the antithesis, right, of rigor mortis. It is, you know, that stiffness of death. I think a lot of us have kind of moved into that inadvertently, and without intention, we kind of just start calcifying. I guess I'll use that word again. So with the otter spirit, being playful, being light in our movements, being a little more fluid, you know, whether it's dance or yoga, and then that'll translate into our mental states as well. So that definitely, you know, this longevity of this year, with everything that's happened, kind of long-term living in fear, living with worry, there's a seriousness. There's, you know, everyone is affected by this. We're dealing with so much, and to have moments every day when we can have this playfulness, take a deep breath. I'm reminding myself, you know, that is our natural state. Our natural state is health and well-being and joy, and that's where our body thrives and our immune system thrives. And I keep coming back to that. Even the mundane things, like we've started probably several months ago making dinner together. So instead of it being this, you know, this constant, you know, thing I'm just checking off the list, we're talking and having conversations, or someone's in charge of music and someone's in charge of, you know, setting the table, just kind of making it a ritual, infusing that with a bit more play, playing more games. And it's definitely helped. I think with Otter as muse, we can bring that flow back into our body, and with spring, you know, back into our life. And yeah, we can all kind of get our groove back together now, is the hope, is the dream. So I want to thank everyone who's been with me on this journey. In a sense, this is kind of a closing. It's an end of one season. It's the beginning of the next. It's about a year ago I started creating the animals that are gathered into this deck, and I want to thank everyone who's been with me on this journey. This is a big deal for me, because it was a way to kind of make sense of things, but also a long-term project was important during this time, and it gave me a rhythm. And I want to thank Ryan and Jeffrey and Jenny and Brett and Michelle for helping me produce the Oracle deck, and all of you who have brought it into your lives. And it's just been a really amazing, you know, back and forth and feedback and sharing. And I'm not sure where this will go from here, but if you're not in the group, the Inner Alliance, that's where I believe I'm going to just start doing the morning readings. And I'll post that below. I'll post the website if you want to hear more about the journey of this and support the work. And I think today is a beautiful day to bring the otter into our life, and let's play a little bit. Let's be lighthearted and find ways to move our body and get everyone back in the fluidity and spontaneity and find wonderment in everything. So thank you for being with me, and have a beautiful Sunday. Mwah.